Oh, hi everybody. Many of you who live in Queensland anyway would have seen the TV reports today. It's the 25th of June 2019 about the rail fail that's about to end, they said, in Brisbane. That 40 new train services a week are going to commence operation from the end of this month, but there's a few things to be said about that. And by the way, I'm focusing on one of my own photos of a couple of NGR trains, so there's no copyright with that one. A couple of brief comments. My first thought is we don't have passenger train timetables anyway for the public in Brisbane, whilst if you're in Sydney or Melbourne or Adelaide or Perth, you will get passenger train timetables at your request. They don't do that in Queensland. So you don't get a timetable for the Sunshine Coast or the Gold Coast or any of the metropolitan services. I have made a suggestion that QR have a book and perhaps charge $2 for it, and have suitable advertising including tours, accommodation and so forth to help pay for it. A large print, a large size, maybe an A4, and put it out twice a year like they did in Europe for 100 years, and they did in Victoria for 100 years, and that was a summer timetable which would commence on the first Sunday in November, and a winter timetable that would commence on the first Sunday in May. No timetable changes will be made in that 6 months and until the new timetable, so they'd always be up to date. That's just my suggestion. And I'd also say, and you talk about a rail fail, Queensland Rail is the only operator in the whole world that provides sleeping berths for their staff, and passengers have to sit up all night, up to a 21-hour journey such as Townsville to Mount Isa. So they get a bed and everybody else sits up or lays on the floor. They do the same thing with the Westlander. I call them a train of shame, by the way. QR don't care about any of that, quite obviously. The Palaszczuk government do not care either, again, quite obviously. And we need something done about that. And that's just saying the beginning of a conversation about the rail fail in Queensland. Just one more for your consideration. Brisbane to Cairns is a 24.5-hour journey. You can get a rail bed, which is actually a seat that lays flat, and you get a meals and with that, and there's entertainment if you wish. In other words, you do have a selection of movies, TV, music and so on, but you get no privacy and no security in a seat, that even though it does lay flat. Well, meanwhile, you've got a 25-hour journey from Brisbane to Longreach, where they have dining, lounge and sleeping cars on the train, and it's extremely popular. It's the spirit of the outback. So what do you reckon about rail fail, guys? I'd like to hear from you on either on YouTube, on Flickr or on Facebook, what you think about it, and offer up a few ideas, and of course keep civil and polite. Thanks. So thank you for viewing.